Here we have two examples of some really tough Venn diagram questions. I'm going to go over this one first. Make sure you pay attention, rewind if you need to hear me say something again. I'm going to try to go as slow as I can, but remember this is a video. You can pause and rewind at any time. So whenever you're given a long problem like this, the best thing you can do is look at one little tiny piece at a time. For instance, this is A intersection B. So that's where A and B intersect. So if this whole thing is A and this whole thing is B, they overlap at these two spots right here. So 3 and 6 consists of this right here. So 3 and 6. This second part over here, because in order of operations we always do parentheses first. This second part right here is B intersection C. So we're looking at where B and C intersect. This whole thing is B. This whole thing is C, and they overlap right here at 5 and 6. So I'm just going to go ahead and write those down. Now I want to see what I'm doing with both of these. I'm taking these numbers, and I'm forming a union. A union means all of the numbers together in the set. So everything in the intersection of A and B and the intersection of B and C are going to combine together. We're going to unite them, and that gets me 3, 6, and 5. So 3, 6, and 5 is our final answer. You do not have to put it in order, and order does not matter here as long as you have the numbers written down. So looking at the next one I feel like is important because it deals with the complement. Remember, in math, a complement is something you don't really mean. But before we get to that, we're going to go ahead and focus on the parentheses first. The parentheses inside is the union of A and C. So that's going to be everything inside A and C. So the union of A and C is everything inside of A and C. This symbol right here means the complement. There are different symbols for the complement. You can have a little apostrophe. You can have a little tilde symbol in front, or you can have a straight line going above. All of that means complement. But this is the one that's more typically used whenever we have it outside of the parentheses. So we're going to take everything in the union of A and C, and a lot of people say, well, let's ignore it. Let's get rid of it. Because if you take the complement, that means you're ignoring everything in A and C. So if it helps, you can go ahead and cross off everything in A and C. And that leaves you with 4 and 9. So this area right here, the complement of the intersection of A and C, I'm sorry, this is the union of A and C. I apologize for that. So the complement of the union of A and C consists of 4 and 9, because this is everything in here except for these numbers. So that includes the 9 as well, even though the 9 is on the outside. But I want to know where this whole thing intersects with B. So out of these two numbers, which one is also inside B? That answer is going to be 4. So our final answer for this one here is just 4.